What is up, guys? Welcome to another edition of the Market Marauder Show. Beat the market one trade at a time. Read the Market Marauder Show. It's an investment channel. Helps you to find the best deals in the market. If that's something you're interested in, make sure that thumbs up. Definitely helps the YouTube algorithm promote the videos. Alright, so I'll be coming to you with my weekly crypto news, just some articles that I come across. Just reading, just to give you all some insight on what's going on in the crypto world. Now, cryptocurrencies are growing ever more every day. They're tons of coins out there that you can invest in. There are different alternatives, altcoins. There is Bitcoin, of course, but then all the other altcoins and different platforms, NFT world. I mean, it's just constantly growing market. I have some videos on my channel if you want to look at them, explaining some of those different terms like NFTs and uh, explain the different altcoins that are out there if you guys want to look at that. But first on here, we're going to talk about Coinme launches 300 Bitcoin-enabled kiosk in Florida after securing financial license. So, Coinstar, if you know the place where you put your change in, you can go in and now purchase Bitcoin. So, Coinstar. I think they have 300 locations, but you can go on Coinstar's website, and now if you got some excess change, you can convert that into Bitcoin. So really, there's like no excuse for you not to have Bitcoin yourself. Everybody got some extra change lying around. If people still use cash, I know for me, don't really have too much cash on me, but I do have a lot of change on me from when I did use cash. I have a change jar, so I'm thinking about going and putting in some money into one of these machines and getting some Bitcoin, a nice easy way to convert to Bitcoin. Now on the website, you will have to go and make a wallet. But then you'll put in the code, it'll print out a code. So if you use Coinstar before, you basically go and put your change in, and now they have an alternative to where you could use that change to go and secure some Bitcoin. So there's really no excuse for people not to have Bitcoin. And you can set up a wallet. There are tutorials online. If you like me to show how to do it, make sure you drop a comment down below, and I'll try to, when I go to one, make a video about it explaining how that process works. But just shows you the growth of Bitcoin, and now it's becoming more readily available to a lot more people. There are Bitcoin ATMs out there in a lot of different places, in a lot of different cities. If you live in a small town like I do, there probably is not one there. But if you live in a bigger city, you can most likely find a Bitcoin ATM or Bitcoin ATM service or something of that nature, and just shows you that cryptocurrency is beginning to grow. I expect to see something like this grow with converting to Ethereum being the second most popular one out there, and so forth and so on as the crypto world continues to grow. So I was very excited to see this become a thing. Next on here, this article just came out today. Daniel Loeb, I hope I'm saying that correctly, $17 billion hedge fund is keeping crypto with Coinbase. So if you know, Coinbase is going to be going public, or they're going to IPO on April 14th. So that's pretty soon, coming up next week. Going to be a huge event for Coinbase in general. So definitely going to be looking forward to that. And it says maybe even staking. So if you're not familiar with what staking is, that's basically you put your crypto on an exchange, and then you allow them to use it and lend it out, but then also you get paid interest on that crypto. One place where you can go stake is BlockFi, and so if you like to sign up for BlockFi, I have a link down below where you can sign up. Or if you like to sign up for Coinbase and use this platform before it goes public, I have a link down below where you can use that as well. But it basically says billionaire investor deep dive into crypto last month led his 17.6 billion hedge fund to a familiar place, custody deal with Coinbase. So his Third Point LLC now holds cryptocurrency from 5 of its funds with Coinbase, according to the regulatory documents obtained by CoinDesk. So they actually went and got this information. Some tout billions of dollars of underlying assets, but it is not clear how much of that is in crypto, which assets, or for how long invested. But basically goes to show that a lot of people, a lot of wealthy people definitely diversify into crypto. So I know it may seem, you see the people on Twitter like Mark Cuban, or you'll see like Gary Vee or somebody else talk about crypto, but you don't really see many, you know, I guess unnamed, I guess financially secure people or wealthy people, let's put it that, wealthy people talk about getting into crypto. If you go on CNBC or something like that, it usually talks about, oh, it's bad, it's speculative. Why would you ever put your money into that? It seems like a lot of people are doing it. They're just not publicly saying that they're doing it. So don't be confused, when looking at crypto. Let's say, hey, it's risky. I don't understand it. You know, you can go uh, to the coin machine now, and just put some change in and get some crypto, and now you have crypto. I mean, you can go put $1 in and have $1 worth of Bitcoin and just hold it. So I mean, there's not really an excuse. You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin in order to be a part of Bitcoin. So definitely, a great way to diversify your portfolio, if you're just used to investing into regular stocks, or if you do options or penny stocks or dividends or whatever way you invest real estate. Crypto is definitely a great way, or beginning to shape up to be a great way to diversify your financial portfolio. Next, gaming company The Nine buys 2,000 Bitcoin mining machines for about 6.72 million in stock. So I actually tried to get into Bitcoin mining. The machines are ridiculously expensive, and most of them are sold out. So the fact that they were able to get some 2,000 machines at that, they definitely paid quite a bit for that. So $6.2 million is not a small amount of money for Bitcoin machines. So it kind of goes back to the whole gold rush situation. Who made the most money during the gold rush? It was the people who sold the shovels. So a lot of companies that are selling GPUs, CPUs, any computer component company like NVIDIA, Intel, chip makers, silicone, semiconductor space is definitely going to be, very profitable for quite a long time, in my personal opinion, because you not only have people going home and beginning to work at home permanently who need new setups. You have more people getting into gaming as well. Gaming is continuously growing. You have people who want to start Bitcoin mining. You have organizations who are starting to get into Bitcoin mining. So I think the demand for silicone in general, or CPUs, computer components, is going to just continue to skyrocket as time goes on. These are also chipsets that are being used in vehicles. So, every new vehicle has, the latest chip in it for their new radios and systems like that. So, I mean, the demand is very high from a lot of different industries for these different chipsets. So, computer components, if you're investing in stocks, definitely look at some of these computer companies for investment. So it says in an announcement, the Nine said that it signed a memorandum of understanding to buy the machines of the total hash rate of about 100 ph slash s, to pay for machines. The Nine issued 8.12 million ordinary shares, equivalent to 270,913 American shares, or ADS, based on the company's share price of $24.81 prior to signing. So they basically are paying for this using a percentage of their company. So they're giving away a percentage of the company, cash equivalent wise, in order to get these Bitcoin mining machines, which I think they believe are going to be profitable in the long run. The more they can mine, the more money they're going to get. So I think it's a very strategic move, but just goes to show how important jumping on to these different cryptocurrencies is. Now, while it's still relatively cheap. Now you may say, okay, Bitcoin, I mean, looking right here is $58,042.53. How is that cheap? I mean, you don't want to look at it now and be like, okay, 58,000 is too expensive, and then it go to 100,000 and be like, well, okay, now it is expensive. So, I mean, if you think it's speculative, I always do things to where I put like $20 or so into it. If it grows, it grows. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Investing in general is always risky, so don't be afraid to put money in if you think you're gonna lose it. So I would always say, So whatever money you put in, just assume you're gonna lose it. If you get it back, then that's always a win. And that goes for stock market as well as investing in crypto. Next on here, we're talking about NFTs, which stand for non-fungible tokens. I saw a video talking about that. Also, down below in the link, I have NFTs that I've created myself. If you guys want to go check that out, it's in the description down below. And if you purchase some, definitely will help the channel. So I appreciate that if you do decide you want to purchase some of those NFTs. So rare CryptoPunk NFTs will be auctioned by Christie's next month. So Christie's is basically one of the largest auction houses in the world, I think. And then they are starting to get into selling some of these NFTs and digital art collectibles. I know they did one in the past, but they're starting to get more and more into this, which is kind of solidifying the whole NFT market, in my personal opinion. So nine rare non-fungible tokens or NFT digital collectibles known as CryptoPunks will be sold by physical auction of Christie's, according to Twitter's announcement on Thursday. The digital collectibles are for the marketplace Lava Labs own collection and are set featured in this 255-year-old auction house 21st century evening sale next month in New York City. All nine CryptoPunks are from mints below 1,000, meaning that they were created in the earliest days of the company's digital collectibles. Mint numbers include 2, 532, 58, 30, 635, 602, 768, 603, and 757, with rare alien collectible being included in the auction as well. Announcement of the signals that NFTs continue to legitimize by established mint art firms, even as athletes and musicians also rep their participation in the NFT space. So, athletes have begun to get their own NFTs. A lot of musicians are beginning to jump into NFTs. So, NFTs are just growing in general. But the CryptoPunks was kind of like the big one, in my opinion, that I saw that kind of blew up with the whole validity of NFTs. I mean, you can go look at some of these CryptoPunks on here that are sold for like 30, ETH or like 20 ETH. You got to think you're also paying gas fees on top of that. So I mean, there's a lot of money being moved around purchasing these NFTs. And lastly, on here, something that intrigued me says Robinhood says 9.5 customers traded crypto in Q1, up from 1.7 million in quarter four. So even though people, give Robinhood some crap about their services, based on their statistics, it just basically shows more people are starting to jump into using Robinhood and still using Robinhood to trade crypto. So Robinhood Crypto offers, so they do Bitcoin, BTC or Bitcoin Cash, and they do Bitcoin SV, Dogecoin, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, and Litecoin. So those are the ones that they offer. If you want any other ones, you might want to go on Coinbase or go to another exchange to do so. And just shows the growth of crypto overall, and also shows the strength of Robinhood. So even all the things that are going on with the company, them with their whole Wall Street bets, GameStop stuff that was going on, seems like people still kept the app and are switching over to convert to crypto on the app instead of using stocks. So definitely very interesting data coming from the Robinhood app. I still use the Robinhood app. I don't use it for crypto, but I still use it to trade options just because it's intuitive and it's the one I've been using for the longest time. So I think overall, still a really good platform. I think Vlad handled himself pretty well when being critiqued on the different things that were going on with the GameStop situation. Um, I think the company overall is still, very helpful and very intuitive for someone who wants to just jump into trading that doesn't really know anything about trading. So there are other options out there like Webull that you can use, but Webull, Robinhood, whatever platform you use to trade, usually the one that you start off with is going to be the one you're most comfortable with. So just bear that in mind when starting out. If you start off with Webull, you're going to be more comfortable using Webull than going to Robinhood. If you start with Robinhood, you're going to be more comfortable using that than Coinbase. But it all depends on your personal style of trading and your purpose for trading. So just bear that in mind when starting your trading journey. And make sure you hit that thumbs up. Definitely helps the YouTube algorithm promote the videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.